Green Bay Packers.
Hey.
Right? They're just on a nice roll going right now.
Slow start last night, but, you know.
Slow start.
Maybe play some special teams.
Hey, man. Last night's first half, I think I tweeted this out, so let me get it right here. Let me open up my phone. Okay. Last night's first half was
bonkers.
Insane.
Yeah.
It featured the following, last night's first half. A pick six by the Packers. A punt return touchdown, 97 yards for the Bears.
The first of the year in the NFL.
Apples? How about them apples, right? A 46-yard touchdown, a 54-yard touchdown, both by the Bears, a 4th and goal touchdown by the Packers, and then right before the end of the half, a 38-yard touchdown for the Packers. That all happened. Those were the 6 touchdowns in the first half. And there were lead changes nonstop, over and over, and the Bears took a lead to the locker room. And I'm wondering how many Bears fans out there, okay? I'm wondering how many Bears fans out there were nervous that they were leading. Like, what's going on? Like, something's about to happen, you know? Like, things are going too well.
Yeah.
Because the call was going to definitely be coming from inside the house, and that's Lambeau Field, and they knew it was coming. Some point. And Jason was putting on his hockey mask, I guess, at halftime. You know, you just got to look around. It's just one of those when you're watching it. And just Bears fans feel that when you see a horror movie, it's like, hey kids, why are you all having a good time? Somebody's got an axe. They're coming. How do you not know?
Right? Don't you hear that?
I'm just wondering, Bears fans, and you could call us 844-204-RICH and tell me if you actually had that feeling, because I had that feeling for you. Second half comes, and then of course it all comes crashing down, and Aaron Rodgers does what he does, and what he does is, hand it off or find another Aaron who scored twice. Devontae Adams scored again. And Aaron Rodgers,
what a game,
with his broken or hurt pinky toe, said the toe got worse. He felt worse after the game, is what he said. And that just proves to you, as he comes up with a 29 for 37, 341-yard, 4-touchdown performance. To use the Chicago parlance, Rodgers' toe is Jordan's flu. That's what it looks like to me. As Rodgers comes up with his 6th career 300-yard game against the Chicago Bears, 6th in his 22 victories, right? Tying Brett Favre for most wins against the Bears. And the 341 yards is the most he's ever thrown against the Bears. How about that? He's got 3 of those 6 games have come in the last 4 contests against Chicago. 7th career game with at least 4 touchdown passes against the Bears. Most was, he had 6 against them in 2014. 6. That must have been a lot of discount double checking. I think that's right around where he was doing all that stuff, right?
That was the height of the double check?
It could have been. The height of the double check era. 2014 kind of smells like that.
Last night was the game show commercial.
Because it was the game shows now and the double check era, and then in between was the dreadful Bluetooth wearing agent.
Oh, that guy.
Oh my God,
you hated that guy. It was pretty funny.
Please. Worst Rodgers commercials ever. But the thing that leapt out to me, as the Packers are right on the heels of the Arizona Cardinals, rooting heavily for the Los Angeles Rams tonight, because not only have they beaten the Rams, and if the Rams continue on and continue winning football games, that's a tiebreak that the Packers would be happy to put there on the table 2 weeks into January, saying we've got a higher seed. But they're in this mix for that 1 seed. And the thing that leaps out to me, though, is the longer-term prospects. Aaron Rodgers said this after the game, and he best get ready for question after question about this now that the regular season is coming towards an end, and a lot of us in the national media or local media are a little restless about wondering what's next, because last year, the what's next that came after an incredible season was quite dire. He was asked if this was his last game against the Bears.
we've been talking about the uncertainty of next year for months. Does this feel like your final game against the Bears as Packers quarterback?
No, I don't know, Ryan. I mean, I'm not really thinking about that right now. I'm devoting all my energy and focus to the season. And I don't know. I don't think it's my last against the Bears. I feel like one of the factors in continuing to play would be, can I still play? Do I still have it? Can I still be effective and efficient and make the plays I feel like I'm capable of making? And I think the answer is yes.
What an answer that was.
Okay.
Because, hey, Aaron, it's not a question about your physical viability as a quarterback to continue playing at a high level. That's not what's being driven at, because I don't think there's any doubts about that.
We're watching the game.
We're seeing returns, not diminishing. We're seeing lots of returns. We're seeing jackpot. That's what we're seeing. It's not a question about your viability and health. It's about you and your relationship with the Bears. I mean, with the Packers. The team that has your contract. You own the Bears. So what about that? And all I'm sitting here thinking to myself, he's like, he doesn't think it's his last game against the Bears. Are the Bears on the Steelers' schedule next year, Chris?
Okay, so we looked this up. Bears not on the Steelers' schedule.
What about the Broncos' schedule? Are the Bears on the Broncos' schedule next year?
Not on the Broncos.
Not on the Broncos' schedule next year. Okay.
There's a chance the Saints could play the Bears next year.
Okay. Yeah, but that's a chance if they finish in the same
slot.
Order.
Yeah, in the division.
That ain't happening. That's not happening. Perhaps it's dawning on Aaron what is so obvious to me, that why would he go anywhere else? Why would he go anywhere else? He's given that I love you 3-finger wave every single time that they're chanting MVP as he's running into the locker room now in Lambeau Field. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. Where's he going to find another Devontae Adams? Deontay Johnson, very talented. Cortland Sutton, very talented. Devontae Adams, talented? No.
Rich, Devontae Adams, free agent.
Understood.
So,
if Aaron stays, Devontae stays.
No, but if Aaron, I'm going to Denver. Well, dude, why don't you come to Denver?
There's the franchise tag can be thrown at number 17 as well, sir.
Slapped.
As you know, franchise tags are applied on players who don't mind it, slapped on those who don't want it. That's the way we refer to it here in the media. So, where's he going to find also another coach like Matt LaFleur, who's plugged into him? Where's he going to find, again, a team that is built like this? Yes, as much as he might have disliked crumbs or whatever, Brian Gutekunst, the latest example. Rasul Douglas is a pick-six machine. Devondre Campbell had 16 tackles. You might be saying, who's he? He played in Arizona once last year. He's a guy from Minnesota that got drafted by the Falcons in 2016. He had 16 tackles last night.
That's a lot.
They don't even have Jair Alexander back. They're not even in full strength on either side of the line right now. We're assuming Bakhtiari's coming back. I mean, that might be a tough assumption. A.J. Dillon is a bowling ball.
Quadfather.
That he is rolling downhill to wrap games up. Last night, they went on an 8-minute drive when the Bears were even thinking about entering the realm of making it interesting. It's an 8-minute drive. Keep rolling them downhill. And we were all like, and by the way, that's me and the rest of everybody else. What are they drafting A.J. Dillon for when they got Aaron Jones? Well, how about getting Aaron Jones 2 touchdowns and then sit him out and let A.J. Dillon just battering ram everybody to death, the clock and the end zone, and wrap it up? Where's Aaron Rodgers going to find that? So if he goes, it'll be something that, the complicated fella couldn't get over. That it's staring you right in the face. What a run they are on right now. What a run. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.